This conf
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay. So, am I audible to
Good
you all
evening,
very
ma'am.
clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because I feel like two or two people, like three people spoke to me now, because all of your voice is breaking. Fine. So, before we proceed with the next, next type of charts, what we have to learn. So, in case if you people have any doubts in the previous session, whatever we have done, you can ask me. So, first we will solve that, then we will proceed with the next option. Okay. So, that means no one has a doubt.
No, ma'am.
Fine. So then we will continue with the visualization what we were doing charts. So we are just continuing that. So the last one which we started was like circle view, right? So circle view, we have stopped in this. Let's see how this is going to work. Suppose, see, this is a circle, right? You all open the same thing so that I am sharing my screen now.
Excuse me, ma'am. Yeah.
Uh, Fine. So this was the last chart which we have worked, circle view, right? Circle view and side by side circle view. What if I don't want the circle shape? I want some other things, some other shapes I want to use. Then you can see here there is an option as shape. Click on this, see whichever the shape you want that you can take. I'm taking this color. Okay, so full colors. So here also I'm taking this, the shape which I want. I'm taking here star. Suppose I want to increase the size of my star. I have an option here as size. You can increase how much big you want. Okay, even here also the size option you have. You can increase or decrease how much ever the size you want. Whereas what I'll do is I'll go for some other shapes. Instead of stars, I'll go for some other shapes. I'm going for more shapes. Okay, here, if you check here, there are many things. So I'm going here, bug tracking. Bug tracking. I'll choose this bug. Then I'll click on this OK. So you can see this bug. Let me increase the size. So see, this is how it will look like. Okay, so here also I'm just changing the shape, more shapes. So here in this you have the list, whichever you want that you can choose from this. Now from here I will choose this weather. Okay, weather. So which type of weather sign you want to use, that you can use it. So I'll try to take here the clouds, and okay, so this is how it will look like. Okay, so or if you want the lights, see like in this bug tracking you have a bulb, so you can take a bulb also. I'm taking a bulbs, so each and every bulbs will show in a different colors. Size you want to increase, yes, you can increase the size and check it out. In the first one I've used a bugs, and second one I've used a bulb in the bug tracking only. So whichever you feel comfortable, that you can use it. Okay, any questions in this?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Next one, we will try to take create a chart based on a pie chart we will create. So I'm taking the region. Okay, I'm taking the region. I have east, south, north, west, central like this. So to this, let me take here the total sales. Or if you want to take profit, you can take a profit. So this is the bar it is denoting. And here I'm choosing this pie chart. This pie chart is showing very small. So what I will do, I'll take this as an entire view. So entire view, this is the chart how it is showing me, right? This is the chart it is showing me, but it doesn't says which is the total amount. It says the color central, east, west, something like that. So what I will do, let me first change the color, then I will tell you. Edit colors. So whichever the color classics you want to take, yeah, you can take from this. So I'm taking here central. I'll take this color or mauve color. I'll change some color. After changing this color, I want the profit value also. This is not showing me what is a profit, what is a region. So say, suppose I want to hide this card. I'm removing it and have this profit also. I'm giving here hide this card. It has been removed. Now how will I know which is the region, which is the sales? So what I will do, I'll take the region and drop it into labels. Now you can see which are the regions. So west, central, east, south. But when I take my cursor to that particular location, only then it says the what is the profit is been earned. So if I want the values also here, again what I'll do, I'll take a profit, drop it into labels. Now you can see central with its labeled value, right? So this one I'm renaming it as pie chart. You can try this now.
Finish, mom.
Okay. So next one what we will do, we have here the next one. After this, okay, let me take here scatter plot. Okay, I'll take a sales and I'll take a profit. Now can you see a scatter plots? Scatter plots. So the scatter plots will take only the values how we have done in a like column. But here it only needs more measures. So only the measures. It doesn't require the dimension, right? It doesn't require the dimension. You can take anything. Okay. So what I'm taking here in a row, if you want whatever you want, you can take here. So I'm taking a sales and then a profit. So what I will do, I'll just change this. I'll take a profit to the row. Now can you see here, there is one dot. This dot says, so in this x-axis, where the sales has reached, and in this y-axis, where the profit has reached, that it is showing you, right? That it is showing you. Now what I will do, we already have tried the axis, like drop lines, show the drop lines. Now see, this is a drop lines. As soon as I click, it will show you what is my profit, what is my loss. If I click outside, it will go. Let me take the bifurcations of this. So I will take the segment and put it into the colors. So there are three things. See, home office, corporate, and here consumer. Okay, let me remove this. Instead, let me try this category. Now see, category is here. Three things. So like this, based on what you want to do, that you can do. I'll take a ship mode and put it here. So see, based on a ship mode, these are the flow. So which you want to try, that you can try. So let me take a larger one. I will take a state and put it into color. See, so many things. So many states we have, right? So these are the so many states I have. Okay. So let me try with the country, how many things we will get. So I'm taking a country. Country we have only one values, which is United States. So this time we will directly go depend upon. So these are the subcategories. So better instead of subcategory, I'll go with the category, or category could be better. If not, I'll take a segment itself. I'm taking the segment and putting into colors. So we have three things. So as soon as I click on this, it will show me where the sales will come and where the profit. See here, profit and the sales. Here, profit and sales, where it will fall, x-axis and y-axis. Okay, so like this it will show you. And here also, if you want to increase the size of the circle, you can do. Change the shape if you want, yes, you can do that also. However you want, whichever the shapes you want, that you can try. Okay, whichever you want to try, that you can try. So here are the list of options. Okay, so you have assign planet. So here reload shapes. So some other shapes if you want, you can take. If you want to take with the gender, see, gender sign like this, if you want to take that also option you have. And if you are going with the bars like this, towers, cell towers, or filled one, okay, or default one, any kind of things you can take. So suppose rating kind of things you want. So let me take this one. I'll click on this. Okay, now see, this is the one. So I'll just increase the size so you can see. So rating kind of things, some dots only. Now drop lines. In this drop lines, now you will have a two drop lines. Edit drop lines. See, you have a x-axis, y-axis. If I don't want to see y-axis, only x-axis. So as soon as I click here, only y-axis will be shown. So if I, sorry, x-axis. So again, I have a edit axis. Now I want to see only y-axis, not the x-axis. Now y-axis, whenever you will click, that time it will show you. What if I want the axis permanently to be seen? In that case, you can go for this edit drop lines. Okay, and take this x-axis, y-axis. You have an option here as always drop lines, always automatic. Click on OK. So this will always be there like this. Okay, you can create a drop lines in this method. This scatter plot is required when only when we have a measures. This will not consider any other things. Okay, it requires what you can see here. Scatter plots need two or four measures, and it is not asking a dimension, zero or more dimension in case if you want. So what I did, I didn't take a measure dimension here. I just took a dimension measures to show it in a color wise where it falls into, right? Where it falls into, I've just considered that. And this we have bifurcated here. I'm renaming this as, okay, you can try this now.
Ma'am, can you repeat it once?
You want me to repeat? Fine, ma. Okay, I'll clear the screen. I'm repeating again. So what I have done is I've taken a profit to the row, sales to the column. So it says me only one place where the sales and profit falls. To get this bifurcation based on a segment, I take the segment and drop it into colors. So this is in a small size. I'm making a size bigger, and then I'm changing the shape, whichever the shape you want to give, that shape you can give, and change the size as per your requirement. Now next one, I want the drop lines, so go for drop lines. So show drop lines, this is it. In case if you want to show it this permanently, go for edit drop lines. I want this automatic and it has to display always. I'll click on this, okay. So always it will be displaying the drop lines as well as the sales and the purchase value. Sorry, sales and the profit value. Okay, try this.
Done, ma'am.
Fine. So next what we will try is, we will go for the next place. Okay, now we have done this, so I'm going to try a line chart, or we will go like this. So see, table I have already shown. There is something called here as heat map. Heat map. Now observe the changes. I will take a subcategory, and when I take a sales, right, I will take the sales and drop it here. Now this is the sales, this is the sales. See, if I place my cursor on the subcategory, you can see one small arrow mark here. If I click on this, this will sort into ascending order and descending order. Now R, you can see this one, right? So some alphabetic A to Z. Okay, Z to A. So how you want to sort, like that. Suppose if I'm clicking on this arrow mark again, sum, that is my sales value. So how you want to sort, like that you can sort alphabetic A to Z, and sum if you want to sort, like this you can sort. See, first thing, I'm doing this once again. I'll clear the screen. I'm taking a subcategory and the sales value I'm dropping into the text. So see this, this is a values, and this is a text, and this is a values. Now what I want all these things, which one, the name of the subcategory, to be arranged in an ascending order or descending order. Now what you have an option here, arrow mark. If you click on this, it will say alphabetic wise you want to arrange, or value wise you want to arrange. Alphabetic, if you're taking, it will arrange in ABC, that is alphabetic A to Z or Z to A. See here. Now it shows you A to Z. As soon as I click on this, see, the sorting works here. Again, I have this drop down. I'll click on the sum of the value. So see, highest to lowest. Highest to lowest is the value. This is, I'm showing just as an example, but because I'm going to change this. So phone is the highest one, fastener is the lowest one in the values of a sales. Okay, and what I will do now, I am using this option. Can you see here, heat map? As soon as I click on the see, it will show you the size based on the sales. Suppose the same thing, if I'm taking here, sorting this in an alphabetic order, now you can see A to Z, the size of this. Okay, let me take this as entire view, or fit fit width, whichever you want, that you can try. Okay, now size, if you want to increase or decrease, you can do it. Then after this, color, if you want to change, you can change the color also. So I'm changing to this color. Whichever the color you want to do, that color you can change. But what it is doing is, it is showing the colors that is based on the sales. Let it be the standard itself, right? If, again, instead of sorting here, I have another option here itself. See, sort. Okay, need to be sorted subcategory ascending by sum of sales. So see here, ascending, descending, whatever you want, in that method you can do. Or if you want here to be done alphabetic, this alphabetic. Okay, let me show you. First thing, instead of this, I'll take it as values itself. Values. Okay, so I will rename this as small table, or I'll just leave it as example of a table. Example of table. The same thing I'm going to duplicate. Here I'm taking this as heat map. So this is doing what? It is changing the size of the icons. So icons, it is just shows you a bar, a boxes. So based on that, where you can understand what type of bars it is. So what we have tried here is heat map. Okay, so I'm going for this, and I will rename this as, okay, sorry, I will rename it as heat map. Then the next one here, what I have is same thing. Instead of this, when I convert into table, what it says the number. When I convert this into highlight tables, this will show me the colors, highest value to lowest value. So how we have done in a conditional formatting, right? We have done in a conditional formatting. The same thing is happening here, highest to lowest. If we sort this, you will understand highest to lowest, how the colors is changing. Now, in case if I want to change this color, I will go for this edit color. You have this option. I will take here as red and gold, and I'll click on this OK. Now you can see the colors, how it is changing, highest to lowest. So this we call it as highlighted table. I'm renaming it highlighted table. So what we have seen today now is, first one is heat map, then the second one was highlighted table. You can try this. If any doubts, you can ask me. Have you all done?
Yes, ma'am.
Priyanka, did you say something, ma? I didn't hear you.
Yes, ma'am. Finish.
Okay. Okay. Next one. We will try the next one. So here we will go for symbol map. So it says when I take the symbol map, I have to have one geographical location, zero or more dimensions, and two measures. So first thing, geographical location, I'll take a state. State, automatically it says me map. Okay, I'm taking a map. Okay, since I've taken a state, it is directly taking a latitude and longitude. Now what I will take a sales, sum of sales. First, I will remove this latitude, longitude. I'll take a state, then sum of sales. Now we will click on this map. Okay, sum of sales. Then what we have to take, 0 or more dimensions. So I'm taking here the category also into the labels. Let me try once again, it is not identifying it. I'll take a state, then a sales. Then I'll click on this. Why it is not showing? Okay, we will do this later instead of wasting time on this. I'll teach you this later. Let's proceed with the next one. So map and field map, we will come for this later. Okay, so same thing, highlighted tables what I've done. Based on this itself, I'm just doing this again. Let me duplicate it. I'm just turning this into tree map. So what happened? Highest sales and the lowest one fastener is from the different colors. But it doesn't shows me what is the total value you have. So what I will take, I'll take the sales again and drop it into labels. Now you can see sales and labels what it is having. Okay. So after this, okay, you can check here how you want to change or any other things you want to do, you can check here. So I have taken here this as an highlighted, so that is tree map. Same thing how I was having, right? I've taken a subcategory and the sales. After subcategory and sales, it was I have converted into tree map. After converting into tree map, then what did I do? I have taken a sales value and dropped into a labels. Just renaming this as tree map. You can try this.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, you have done it. Fine. So next thing, we will learn about the next chart, that is line chart. Okay, whenever we are working on a line chart, what happens? We must have some values that is related to date or time, right? That must be related to date and time, so that we will be doing it. So next thing what we are doing here is, see, I will just take here one of the option. So first thing we will go for, let me go for the sheet. So I'm taking here the sum of the sales. Sum of the sales to the root. So these are the total sales. Now what I want in each and every month, each and every year, how much sales has happened, what has happened, how it is done, that I have to know. So see, observe the changes. As soon as I take a order date, I'm getting a plus mark here. I will remove this. I'm taking a category, I'm not getting that plus mark. Okay, I'm taking a ship mode. Whatever you take, you will not get that plus mark other than this date. Even now, if I take shipment date, then also I will be getting this plus. Then also I'm getting this plus. So this plus sign is what it shows me for the year 2024, right? 2014, 15, 16, 17 and 18. For this financial years, it is a sales that has happened. Now when I click on this plus, it will give me the quarter-wise report. So same thing like 14, 15, 16, you can see here 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Each and every year, quarter-wise, it is getting bifurcated, right? Now next one, again I'll click on this plus. Now you can see it is month wise. So January, February, March, April, May. So like this, it is taking month wise. Again, I have one more plus. If I click on this, now it is day wise. So this is taking me through the day wise. So anytime, whenever you are taking a date, okay, date. Suppose if I click back on this plus mark, it will hide it. Again, if I click on plus, again plus. So year to quarter, quarter to month, month to date. So this is getting by it is automatically getting divided. This is when I'm taking a shipment date. Okay, let me click on this plus. I will remove the shipment date. I will take this order date. See, even now also I have the same year to quarters, quarters to month, months to day. So automatically here I am having the sales. Now what I will do is, see what I'm doing. I don't want day. I don't want day. I will hide this. Now I don't want quarter. So quarter I will remove. So this is month wise. I will remove this year also. So here this is removed. So what it is saying here is, it says me, the January to December sales. January to December sales. But which January it is? It is taking the total sales of January of 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, all the year. All the years sales it is taking here, right? It is taking the sales of all the years from 14, from 15 and from 16. So all the sales is being considered. Now what I want to know is, I want to divide this into the next part, right? When I'm taking this into a next part, it has to show me, see here, I don't want this month wise. I don't want this month wise. See, when I click on this, can you see here, there is one drop down. There is one drop down. As soon as I click on this drop down, I can go for this year wise. So 14, 15, 16, 17. Again, I go for this. I want quarter wise. So quarter 1, 2, 3 for all the quarters. So all the 4 years quarters. All the 12 months sales. All the days 365 days sales. 1 to 365 days. But this is not the thing which I'm looking for. If I'm taking this month wise, if I'm taking this month wise, it has to give me an information saying that which month it is, in which month, which year it has taken. This information also is required for me. But instead, it is not showing me which month, it is taking me the values that it has to show me. Okay, so what I am doing here is, now in this option, when you click on this drop down, see here it says which year, 2015. If you see the quarter, quarter 2, quarter 3, like that. Month, which month it is. Then you have a day, so it says which day it is. That is what the information is given. But observe the next one here. Below
Open.
that, again we have a year. Okay, again we have a year, Again we have a quarter. Again we have a month. Then weekdays. Now can you see this? Year, quarter with which year, month with which year. So see, now this is only year. This is only year. I'm taking this year. So both are same. 14, 15, 16, 17. Both are same. Now I'm taking this quarter. So it says quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. When I'm taking the next one, this. So 2014, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Again 15, all the 4 quarters, 16 quarters, 17th quarter. Now if I take here month, all the months Jan to December. But the same thing if I'm coming here, month with the year. So in each and every month, how this has taken a place, it is saying me. Okay, did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now this one, how you want like that, you can play around to get the values. Now we got some values, how this will be playing when we consider into a sales, right? So let's see this by playing into the next other level by taking the other colors and apply it. So now as of now, I will only give this, I'm renaming it as line chart. Okay, I'm taking this as line chart. Now again I'm duplicating this, duplicating it, same thing. I'll take here the region and put it into colors. Now each and every region, how the sales has happened, that colors it is showing me here. So region wise,
It's
if not
open.
region wise, let me take a three colors only. I'm going to take here segment, or okay, let me take the category and put it into colors. Three categories, three colors, it shows me like this. So which you want, that you can try. So let me take region only. I'm taking a region and putting it to colors. Did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the next line chart. Okay. Now I'm duplicating this line chart again, duplicating it, and I'm clicking on this option area chart. So this is just filling the colors. And this one, if you see, I will rename it as area chart. Again, this area chart, if you take this line chart which is having with the colors, I will duplicate this again, and this duplicated one again I'm changing into area chart. So colors wise. Okay, so let it be area chart 2. I'll rename this as 2 area chart. Okay, so line chart and area chart. So you can try both of this. Have you done? Have you all done it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now see, in the same thing, I'm just making a little changes. So nothing. So this is saying me the sales, but how much is the sales? To know this, I'll take the sales and put it into labels. So each and every place. So the corner, the tip of this, you can see what is the sales amount wherever there is a corner like points. Okay, points wise, it will show you the sales at what level it has increased or decreased. Same thing you can also try with the line chart also. I'm taking the sales and putting into labels. If you are having a colors, even in a colors also you can try. So area chart too, I'm taking a sales, then I'm putting here. So each and every place, whatever the sales it has having, so that sales it will be showing me here. Understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we will
Yes,
make
ma'am.
one more changes in a highlighted table. I'm just duplicating this. So once after duplicating, this is showing me the sales of subcategory, right? So I'm taking the region to the column. Can you see now how central, east, south, west, each and every region, how the sales is happening? This also you can see. Again, map also, I will duplicate this, and this one heat map subcategory it is showing me. I'll take a category to the column. Now you can see the different categories in different colors. Entire view if I take, so furnitures, office supplies, like this you can see. So whichever you want, you can just convert into a matrix or into a table format, and you will be getting this values. Try this by duplicating it. I just duplicated highlighted table, added region, duplicated heat map, and added category. Now see here, look at this. This is the chart which we have. This is showing me the continuation. So to show you the bifurcation, I'll only take it here as month wise. So this is how I have. Let me take this into entire view. So entire view chart is like this. Now what I want to do is this, I have to show it in a bifurcation based on the region. So region, yes, it is taking me region wise. Now one more thing what I want to know is I have a categories. Each category in each region, how much the sales is happening. So what I do here, I take the category and put it into this column. Can you see? So this is furniture, this is category, and this is technology. Furniture category, office supplies category, and here you have a technology category. So this method of chart, we call it as line chart, but line discrete chart. Line discrete chart. I'm renaming it. Okay, line discrete chart. line discrete chart. If you want, you can swap also vertically or horizontally. It is up to you. You can just take this line discrete chart. I'm duplicating this again, and after this I'm converting into area. So this I'm renaming it as area discrete chart. You can try this. Have you all done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So, see, when we were doing this chart, sometimes when we are creating a chart, so we had one issue that there was an hierarchy, the date hierarchy. See, observe here, when you go for this date, only then it says me the ranges, how the month or date is been divided. See here. So we have tried this order date, we have this plus sign, plus plus plus, so it goes here quarter month days like this, right? Why can't we add this for the other details also, like we have a category, subcategory, product, like this we can add it, right? So why we shouldn't try this? Let's try by creating an hierarchy. So now what I will do, we are going to create an hierarchy here. Say suppose if I'm taking a category, there is no plus sign, right? If I take a segment, it says a segment. Now I have a product. Okay, let me take a subcategory here, category here, segment, category, subcategory. Then I have a product name like this. So this one, I'm not getting a plus sign. I have to click this outside, right? So let me clear the screen and I'll show you once again. Suppose I have a sales. Let me take here the sales. I want to see this based on a segment wise. So this segment has to bifurcate and show me the category wise. This category should show me the bifurcation of subcategory, and that subcategory has to show me the bifurcation of product name. Now what happens? Add all members. So every stock item has been added. Suppose I don't want this category, I will remove it. Okay, suppose I don't want this product name, I can remove it. But I want this again. If I want to add a category, I have to click, drag and drop it in between. Product name, click and drag, drop it in between. This is what we are doing it. So instead, if I have an option to add like this for the date, month, year, quarter like this, I can expand it, right? So what we will try, we will try to create an hierarchy. Okay, we will try to create an hierarchy. So what we are doing here, we will create an hierarchy as I said you. So first one, I need a segment. First one is segment. Right click on the segment. You have an option here as hierarchy. Create an hierarchy. So for this, you can give any name. So I'm giving here as PDT, that is product hierarchy. You can give any name. So based on your understanding, you can create this. So I'm creating here PDT hierarchy. I'll click on this. Okay, now see, PDT hierarchy has been added. First one, product I'm adding. Second one, I need a category. I'll drag this and drop it here. Then I need a subcategory. Below the subcategory, below the category only I have to put. By mistake, if I'm adding here, that is between the category and segment. See, when we were creating a folder, it used to arrange it in an alphabetic order. But hierarchy will not do that because we have a level. So level 1, level 2, level 3. So based on that, it will be going. Since I don't want here, I can click it here, drop it down. Same thing, you can also right click, hierarchy, add to hierarchy, product hierarchy. So I have here segment, category, subcategory, and product name. And you can see this, there is one hierarchy symbol is also been generated. Okay, for the product, you can close this. Okay, product hierarchy, you can click on this also. Now this product hierarchy, I'll drag and drop it here. So see segment. So I'm taking the cells. As soon as I click on this plus, it becomes a category, then a subcategory, then a product. If I minus, it will come like this. Again, click on a plus, click on a plus, click on this plus. Suppose I don't want category, I'm removing it. So here you have a minus. Again, if you click on this plus, then see again you get the category. You can try to create this, create an hierarchy.
Yes, ma'am. Finish, ma'am.
Finished. Okay, very good. Now, let me give you one more thing. I want you to create this as an hierarchy. You create it. So, how I want is I want first one country, then region, then I need a state, then I need a city. This hierarchy you can create it. Try to create this. Create it as a location hierarchy.
Finish, ma'am.
Okay, so let me do it now. I'm going for this country, right click here, create an hierarchy. I'm creating here as location hierarchy. Okay, country has been added. Then region, I will just put it below this country. Okay. Then I have to take a city below the region, then a city below the state. So this has been added. You can see now the plus sign automatically got generated. I can click on this plus in order to take the hierarchy. So like this, if you want, you can create. And even you have a postal code also. In case if you want to add the postal code also for your hierarchy, you can add it. If not, you can just keep that. So now in case if I don't want the region, I can remove the region. So I have country and state. Again, if I click on this country, again I'll get region and this. Suppose I don't want state, I have plus city I will remove the state, so I can have this much in order to get the hierarchy. So based on your requirement, you can create it. So location we have created and product we have created. Order is not that much important. In case if you want to use it for your high order level, you can use that. Okay. So do you have any doubts on this?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So, okay, fine. So what we will do is we will create the other pending charts what we have. Okay, I'll go for the next one. Plus, I'll rename this as location hierarchy. Okay, next one. Um, we have here dual axis. Dual axis, the same thing like your line chart itself. Line chart we will be creating here. So what I will do is I will take here first option profit, then I will take a sales. After taking a sales, now I will take a region to the column, okay, to the column. Then the next one, I also need one more option, that is date. So I am taking here order date, or let me take this region into here. Now see, this is showing separately profit and sales. As soon as I'll click on this dual axis, can you see this region I'm removing from here? So what it is, 2014, 15, 16, 17. Now what happened? This blue color, right? This blue color is your profit and this is your sales. Let me change this location. Okay, swapping. I'm just swapping this. So in case if you want to change it, okay, let me redo once again. Okay, now what I want, I am taking here the order date. I'll put it into a column. Now I am taking here sales to the row, then a profit again to the row. Go to show me. I'm converting this into dual axis, that is dual combination. So you have a bar, sales, this bar, blue color bar is your profit. You can see here, profit is bar, sales is a line. Sales is the line. If I want to switch this, you can click on this. Click on this, you have a bar here. You can turn this into line. And I'll switch, click on the sales. Okay, in the sales, and here it says line, I can convert this into bar. Now like this, it can change. Okay, let me undo it. Let it be like this itself. So I have a profit and sales dual axis. This is based on order here. Now I'll click on this plus. So this is based on the quarter. Again I'll click on this plus. This is based on the month of each and everything. So you can take however you want to bifurcate it. Okay, so this is sales and profit. So I'm renaming it as dual axis chart. We can try this. Have you all done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now what I will do, I'll just duplicate this dual axis chart. After duplicating, I want the sales to be bifurcated based on the category. So what I will do, in the product hierarchy, I have this category, I'm putting into colors. So you can see each and every bars in two, three colors. In case if you want to change the colors, you can go and edit the colors. Since yellow and red looks the same thing, I'm just changing one into another color. Office supply green color, and I'll click on this. Okay, so three colors combination you can see. And line is also showing me in a three things, because it is both all the three places, right? So three places also it is showing me. In case if you don't want category, you can remove it, right? In case if you want to show it in a colors, you can take the category and put it into colors however you want. It will do on that way. See, I'm only keeping this one sales. Let me show you one more time. What I did is, see, this is having the sum of sales based on a monthly sales. Dual axis I have just duplicated here. Okay, let me delete once again and do. So dual axis, what I've taken, month, profit, sales, and I have taken this. Okay, so I've converted into dual axis. Only this much I have done. Now what I'm doing is I'm duplicating this dual axis. After duplicating, what I do, I want this categories into a different colors. So what I'll take the category, drop it into colors. Now as soon as I drop into colors, I have the bar also in three colors. Even the line is also in a three colors. So why? Because if I click on this profit, can you see here? Profit is also having a category. If I click on the sales, sales is also having a category. Now, first of all, this line chart is based on what? Line chart is for the sales. See here. This line is what? Line is of the sales. Line chart is for the sales, and this bar chart is for the profit. Now, I want line chart. This line chart only for the sales, not based on a category wise. So what I will do, I'll click on the sum of sales. If you take it all, it will show me like the sum of profit, sum of sales. Sum of profit is bar, sum of sales is line. So I'll click on the sum of line. As soon as I click on sum of line, it says me the category colors. I'll just drag this out. Now this has been changed, so I have only line. For this line, I will change the color based on my requirement. So whatever the color you want to give, that you can give it, your wish. Okay, whichever the color you want to give, that color you can give, and try that. Okay, let it be this color only. I'm just taking the automatic colors. So this yellow color, let it be, and keep like this. that you can change it. Try this. After you finish, let me know.
Done, ma'am.
Finish, ma'am.
Okay.
Finish,
Others?
ma'am.
Good. Fine. So we will go for the next type of chart. So we will create a it only requires the measures. So let me take the number of quantities that we have sold. So I'll click on this histogram. See, so how many quantities each and every time we are selling. So based on the quantities, automatically choose here. Okay, so automatically it is taking here based on the fields. Okay, so we can say this as histograms. Histogram. I'll just rename it. So this histogram which I have duplicated, I'm converting into Gantt. Gantt is nothing but it will only show you the bars, like how many number of units is being sold in each and every period. So by default, it will be calculating like this. I just need a support of one more things. So that is date. I'm taking a shipment date. I'll take a shipment date. See, from 2014. So from this grams to this gram, how many sales has happened? Okay, these things when we are learning about when we are going to learn, so a number of quantities. So see here it says in which year. So 14, 15, 16, 17. So this is the expected one, how the sales is going to happen. So most probably we won't be using this, but still you have an option as Gantt, so which is bifurcating two things. So I have taken here measures, and this, let one more thing, I will take here as ship mode to the rows. So see the gap, how much it is. So this is the total one. This is the total ship mode, and this is year wise 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, like this year wise. By default, it is bifurcating itself. So I'm going to rename this as Gantt. You have an option here, Gantt. Okay, it will bifurcate itself. One is showing the total, the other one is bifurcating itself. Okay, this is called as Gantt. Okay, let's go for the next one. I'll click on this plus. So this time I'm taking a subcategory. Okay, subcategory, I'll drop it into rows. So this is a rows. I'm taking the sales and putting here. So this is the sales. So as soon as I click on this packet bubbles, based on the sale size, it will show you the bubbles. And in this, if you want to show the values also, again take the sales and put it into labels. So it will show you the values. So how you want to see, like that you can see the chart. So this is packed bubbles. I'm renaming it. Okay, you can try this. Have you done it? Everyone tried it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Nehal, I couldn't hear you. Your voice is breaking. Could you please repeat once again?
No, ma'am, I just said yes. I've tried it.
Okay, fine. Okay, so far to like whatever the charts we have done, do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Maria, you said ma'am or no ma'am? I hear no ma'am. Kushbu. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Because today I don't know why most of your voice are breaking. I couldn't hear it properly. So I hardly hear the last one or two words which you will be saying. Like ma'am, I could hear. The previous one I'm not able to hear. But still, if you have any questions, you can still ask me, or you can put it in a chat box also. I'll be able to see those things. Okay, so now we have covered the basic charts. Only the map one is pending. We will do that in next class. And the other things, like we have more calculations, formula measures, and groupings and all we will be doing that also one by one. Okay, so now till here the basic charts what we have covered, it is I'm just stopping till here. We will be continuing with the advanced chart in the last session after completing the formulas. So try this, then I'll share you this one till today what I've done in this charts one. This file I will share it with you, the tableau one. Okay, you can work on it. You can cross check have selected what you have done. You cross check, go through it again when I start in the next class. So then and there, each and every class I'll keep on sharing with you. Okay, so we will be using the same data set. So to practice, you can work on it. This file will be shared to you. Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So let's stop the today. We will continue tomorrow. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Fine then. That's all for today. See you in tomorrow's class. Tomorrow is Friday. Yeah, we can have the class. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.